Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mark Bristow with Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. In the booth with me is Grant Turner. Hey, Grant, how are you tonight?
Doing all right. We're at Talladega.
I love Talladega. So, yes, we are at Talladega tonight. This is the second race of the round of 12, which means the top 8 guys from tonight's, well, not from tonight's race, in points after tonight, are going to move on to the next round of playoffs. Now, let me ask you, Grant, how important is it with the playoffs?
It's a toss-up and a half being Talladega. Of course, the actual NASCAR series has this happen as well, where you could have unexpected things happen at Dega or Daytona, could throw a wrench in the mix of what happens.
Well, you know what? While we are in the qualifying, let us go ahead and I'm going to bring up our points. So our top 8 right now are Patrick Hernandez in the first place, Travis Stroney in second, Levi McCarty in third, Joe Tardif in fourth, Devin Johnson in fifth, Dominic Privet in sixth, Christopher Campbell in seventh, and Alexander Palma in eighth. But you still got Abram Moon in ninth, Eric Wolf in 10th, Josh Privet in 11th, and Jonathan Swainson in 12th. So those guys have a chance to, get some good points tonight and make their way into that top 8.
That is correct. I'm trying to look here. I believe I'm going to say it. I'm going to believe that both Patrick Hernandez and Travis Stroney would both be locked into the points at this rate.
Well, yes. But then you got to look, even the last 3 are their, let's see, 31 and 29, 1,029 points. Your lowest, your next guy behind them is 1,026, so he's down behind by 29 points. But that's Abram Moon in the 9th place, so he has got a very good chance to pull something off tonight. And Abram Moon is a good driver, and so is Eric Wolf.
If any of these drivers win, they go to the next round. So there's a lot that can still happen.
Yeah, and so, actually, you know what? Let us hit our national anthem right quick. Well, not right quick. It's something we do every race. So, and then we can talk a little more about it when the race starts. All right, if everybody would stand up, hands over their heart.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the
All right, we are back. Now we are finished with qualifying, and they are gridding up and getting ready to start on their formation lap. But I do have the starting qualifying results. We have got Patrick Hernandez in first, Caden Bailey in second, Eric Wolf in third, Dominic Privet in fourth, Alexander Palma in fifth, Travis Stroney in sixth, Joe Tardif in seventh, and Michael Wiley in eighth. Grant?
Brett McCoy is starting in ninth. Ian Ogden is starting 10th. Devin Johnson's in 11th. Alex Tilley is in 12th. Ryan Robertson is in 13th. Stanley Thomas is in 14th. And Christopher Cambo rounds out the grid in 15th.
All right, that is a good lineup for tonight. We've already got somebody in the chat. Zach Scott says, hell yeah, 31. So you already got somebody in there for Devin Johnson.
It wouldn't be a broadcast without someone cheering for him.
Definitely an impact way of life. But we've got good sound from what I hear. And we are getting ready to go green flag racing for our second race in the round of 12. Our final race in the rounds of 12. So looking to see what these guys can do. Now we have 100 laps. You know what our stage breaks are tonight, Grant?
Yes, it is going to be when the leader takes lap 25 and on lap 50.
All right, so that's normal for them. Got the last stage break right there at the halfway point in the race. We have got 75% fuel. Now, did you get a read on how many laps that is for us?
Yes, I did. It appears to be that if they lead, it will be 30 laps of fuel, and they'll save more if they're in the draft. So it's really going to only be the final stage that they have to worry about fuel.
All right. And we also have 2 fast repairs, which is a little different.
3, actually. They've added another.
A bonus fast repair. Awesome. We're green flag racing. Patrick Hernandez and Caden Bailey actually took a good little jump on that start. And we've actually got Michael Buck and Dayton Miller in the chat saying go 60 and Caden for the win. So Caden Bailey definitely has a couple of super fans out there, which is awesome.
Now, just a reminder, the playoff drivers you are looking for will have the orange banner on their windshield, as well as a orange number on the top of their car.
And the orange spoiler. Do not forget the orange spoiler. And if you look, you got 2 playoff drivers right there in the front. But Caden Bailey is still racing like he wants to own the place. And I do not blame him.
Now, right now, everyone is up to speed. It takes sometimes a whole lap. Sometimes it just takes till turn 3 to have everyone get to up to speed. As we actually see, who is that? Dominic Privet going to the back. Oh no, he just stepped out of line for a moment.
Oh, but he is back in line now. Oh, and he has got the Mountain Dew Major Melon number 39. Oh,
yes, he does.
Now I want a Major Melon. Man.
He does have a color scheme friend today, that being the 88 of Joe Tardif.
Oh, yeah, and he has got
his Ocala Design Group car.
Actually, no. Joe Tardif has got that gray Realty. Oh, looks like Devin Johnson, Tardif, Caden Bailey, there is first caution of the evening. Three laps in at Talladega. Looks like we had a decent little smash up right there. Do you want to pull that up side by side so we can check that out?
Sure thing. Just give me a moment to find out who to watch from.
Look for Devin Johnson on that. I know he was one of the ones definitely involved.
All right. Ready for it? Now, it looks like just watching Devin here, it looks like the 88 of Joe Tardiff came down a little bit and it just sent them both up.
Ooh. That was unfortunate. That looks like...
Involving the 21, the 60... Everyone's scattering.
Well, unfortunately, with a tight pack like that, you know, that is definitely, you know, a chance. But at the same time, it's so sad to watch it happen. These guys were definitely giving it a good run.
Yeah. Seeing, looks like Devin Johnson is bringing his car down pit road now. They probably used one of those fast repairs.
Well, that's a good thing that they did throw in a bonus. Plus, this being a playoff race, it's very important to have, you know, an extra fast repair in the chamber. You know, you never know when it'll be needed.
Yes.
Yeah, because of the new damage model, I've seen races that end with people losing hoods. You know, hoods are gone, quarter panels are gone.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, the B-Class car, the Xfinity cars, do not have the new damage model still.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And it looks like Patrick Hernandez has the lead from the yellow, so he'll be choosing it either the low or the high side. Now, that could be a defining factor during this race.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of room to move. You know, it's a pretty tight track, even with your 3 lanes right there.
Yes. Now, one thing to note as well is that tires aren't really going to be a true factor. You'll probably see them take tires if they lock up or probably only at the stages. But being Talladega in these cars, they don't really use up the tires here. I think there was one time I went through a whole Talladega race in these cars, like 80 laps or so on a single set of tires.
Well, even if they got to take them, you know, you got plenty of stage breaks, and you know, if depending on the green flag racing, you may have to, you know, do a green flag pit in the middle for fuel. So if you need fuel, might as well take tires.
Yes. Now, it does look like, yes, Patrick Hernandez has chosen the bottom lane. So he's going to have Alexander Palma behind him.
Yeah, but at the same time, he has got Eric Wolf in the middle lane with Michael Wiley pushing him in that number 98. And then also Dominic Privet in that number 39.
Yes.
where Hernandez has Palma and Stroney behind him, giving him a good push. So, it's anyone's game, and we're still, early on in the race. And Sam Thatch on the chat said, "You got this, 31." Eight viewers out there with us on the stream. Definitely looking to be an exciting race so far. Now, tonight's special sponsor for our race is going to be Wiley Raceway NASCAR Diecast. Big thanks to those guys for supporting us and sponsoring Impact Racing for this race. You also got the major sponsors, always, of the Ocala Design Group and Exotic Mobile Marketing. I want to give a big shout out to those guys. Thank you very much. All right. Well, as our green
off.
Yep. And as our green flag comes out, green flag tonight are brought by Exotic Mobile Marketing. And we are green
Patrick
flag.
Hernandez with an amazing jump from the field.
Yeah, and he's got that MSI Gaming number 4 Toyota tonight. He likes to switch it up a little bit.
Yep. Here comes the whole rest of the pack. See what happens to him. There is a danger of getting that huge gap from the get-go.
Yeah, but keeping it is the hardest part.
Yes.
And right behind him in second, you got Alexander Palma in the number 33 Skoll, followed by Travis Stroney in the number 14 Caterpillar. Then you've got Ian Ogden. And then Eric Wolf in the 51.
Ian Ogden's actually going to the outside.
Yeah, and then Caden
using
Bailey
the momentum he's got. He actually came down pit road last time during that yellow.
But we are 8 laps in out of 100. Definitely a good little lead held by Patrick. But still very early in the race, so use a lot of chance to get points and, move up in the rankings. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. We've got Patrick Hernandez in first, Alexander Palma in second, Ian Ogden in third, Travis Stroney in fourth, Eric Wolf in fifth, Caden Bailey in sixth, Michael Wiley in seventh, Devin Johnson in eighth, Chris Campbell in ninth. Grant?
Christopher Campbell in ninth, Brett McCoy in 10th, Alex Tilley is in 11th, Ryan Robertson's in 12th, Dominic Privett's in 13th, Joe Tardif in 14th, and then all the way back is Stanley Thomas in 15th. He was not with the pack whenever they were at the restart, so he's out of the draft, just cruising right now.
Yeah, just kind of fending for himself. But he has got the 92 Takis Toyota, and, I'm there for that.
Yes. Now, he may go a lap down before the stage, but at that point, he'd be able to get his lap back and just be back with the pack.
Oh, and I do like the number 21 of Ian Ogden, the 11x11 veteran, or 11-11 veteran project. Very nice paint scheme on that car. Black Rifle Coffee Company on the trunk.
Do you drink coffee?
Very rarely, sir. Very rarely. But Black Rifle Coffee Company is veteran owned.
I've never liked coffee, but seeing all these coffee brands is always interesting to me.
Yeah, if you ever want to try one, try Black Rifle.
Yeah.
And you can even...
Do they come in K-cup form?
Yes.
Do you know?
Yes. Oh, I know.
Ooh.
Yes, they do. That's actually all I use.
I may have to look into that, see what options they have.
Blackbeard's Delight is my favorite.
I'm more of a cappuccino guy.
You'd have
But then again,
Yeah.
growing up in high school, my high school actually had a coffee group. Like they had a whole coffee stand and everything. I was having cappuccinos every single day during the winter.
Well, and just so everybody knows, this race is not brought to us tonight by coffee.
Sorry.
This is iRacing. Unfortunately, most of the time it's bourbon and Red Bull. No, I'm kidding.
Times like that just makes me think of a single phrase. Do you ever think we have too much fun?
Too much fun. No. Because there has to be a such thing as too much fun in order to have too much fun.
This is an interesting scenario. What?
But the rambling...
Oh no, my thing was... No, That's interesting. Joe Tardif, I believe. Trying to check here. No, I am sorry. Ryan Robertson. What happened to him? Because all of a sudden, he's back there with Stanley Thomas.
Look at his car. If you look at the rear panel of his car...
Oh my gosh.
And I'm not seeing anything either.
Yeah. Let me do some investigating if you watch the rest of the field.
Roger that. Well, we've got Patrick Hernandez and Ian Ogden actually battling it out for the first position. You got Alexander Palma on the push with Ryan Hernandez, but you've got Eric Wolf on the push with Ian Ogden. So they have both got strong drivers giving them that push to try to get the first position. Oh, Ian Ogden actually got it. And Patrick Hernandez is now side by side with Eric Wolf. Oh, Eric Wolf had a little bit of contact with Alexander Palma, but he did go down to the apron and did not get any damage from it, looks like. But now you've got Ian Ogden in first, Patrick Hernandez in second, Eric Wolf in third, but going for the pass. Followed by Alexander Palma in fourth, Travis Stroney in fifth, but you got the number 98 of Michael Wiley in the Monster Machine up in the middle lane. Now he is falling back a little bit. Now you got Caden Bailey up there behind Stroney. Chris Campbell is in 8th. Devin Johnson in 9th. Brett McCoy in 10th.
Alex Tilley is in 11th. Dominic Privet in 12th. Joe Tardif in 13th. And then Ryan Robertson and Stanley Thomas rounding out the field. And I have found out what has happened.
All right, you want to go side by...
These two are teammates.
Oh, Ryan Robertson.
So Ryan Robertson actually backed out of the field and waited for Stanley Thomas so they could go a little bit faster for being in a draft. and actually just be able to probably keep Stanley on the lead lap.
Love that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is teamwork right there. So I want to give a big shout out to Ryan Robertson and Stanley Thomas. Even though they are in 14th and 15th position, they are sticking together and bringing these guys up together. Up the field together. So that's
now
a big
they're not
shout out.
as fast as the rest of the pack, but they're not losing as much time as you would if you were solo.
Yeah, and
if you were solo, you'd be like 10 miles per hour off what they're doing right now, which is 180. They'd be doing 170 solo or so. But now that they're doing 180 versus the whole rest of the pack doing roughly the same speed, but 185 to 190, they're only losing about they're only losing a second last time by on the leaders.
Well, that's good. But the big thing for me is they're sticking together.
Yes. Now, Alex Tilley is also in their team, but he has stayed in the pack. So these two probably are best friends as well. So...
Oh, while we were talking about that, Patrick Hernandez jumped back out into the lead with Ian in second.
Yeah, he got a good push from Eric Wolf in that 51.
Yeah, and Eric Wolf is in third. Now, it's funny as we've got two Skull cars out on the track tonight.
Yes, our standard being Alexander Palma in the green Skull, but Brett McCoy in that black number 1 Skull machine is also running a livery for it.
I think they're both from the South.
Maybe. I'm really liking Eric Wolf's livery this week. That Castrol GTX Ford Mustang looks pretty good.
And Eric is very good at paint schemes. So if anybody doesn't know, Eric Wolf does paint schemes for some of the Impact drivers, and he definitely does a good job. That's why he's able to change them so often, because he can just do whatever he wants and make it a scheme.
And we have a change for the lead. Brett McCoy to the lead.
Ooh, with Travis
pushed by Devin Johnson, and Travis Stroney tried to take some momentum. He's got some help now with Patrick Hernandez coming up there.
Man, this is definitely an eventful race. I'm loving it tonight.
Welcome to Talladega is what I will say. Now, you're also going to notice those two pink and green cars back there. That is Dominic Privet and Joe Tardif. Both of them are playoff drivers. They're at the back of this field, but they're not out of it. They're not out of the draft. They're just hanging out, waiting for the end.
Oh, yeah. And that's a beautiful part about it, too. Because, in a race, when you get up to the front, so many things can happen. And, if you stick back a little while and then make your move at the right time, I mean, you could just rock it. You really could rock it.
Now, we have 5 laps to go until the first stage, so some of these guys may start being a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, because right now you got Travis Stroney and Brett McCoy door to door. Actually, Travis might have the pass on him, but he's got Hernandez giving him the push.
Yes, and this is, again, going back to both Ryan Robertson and Stanley Thomas. With them working together, they won't even come close to being caught at this rate.
Good.
So they'll be able to catch up to the field, put in some more go-go juice and fresh tires, and they'll be in the pack.
Man, look at this battle with Stroney and McCoy, but Devin Johnson's giving McCoy that push. So technically he's actually in second. So yeah, they're able to win. Him and Travis are door to door, but Brett McCoy having the lockdown on that lead right now.
Now, I will say there is one thing that is a benefit to Dominic Privet being back there. He has such a good draft. He actually just put in the fastest lap of the race.
Oh, dang.
As they are 3 wide behind the front two.
Oh, shoot.
Oh!
Was
The
that the
60 of
Yeah.
Caden was pushed down there.
Hopefully he can get back up here. Oh, Kate.
He did. He was able to save it.
Yeah, he did save it, but he fell back a little bit.
Now, the yellow line rule is in effect here at Talladega, so he did a good job of making sure not to advance his position. He did lose time as the leader is off. Brett McCoy.
Oh. Yeah, he fell back quite a bit as well, leaving Travis Stroney in the first spot. Now we are.
He did an amazing job of saving that. There's a more wrecks.
Oh yeah, that was bad. All right, well, second caution of the evening. Definitely had a good little pile up there. Now we are 2 laps away from the stage break, so they might utilize this as the stage break.
They are going to count this as the stage, from what I'm hearing.
So I can't tell if it was Devin or Travis being the stage winner.
We'll find out when they come to the line. Now, I have it ready for you.
All right, we are going to go side by side.
And we are actually going to ride along with Dominic Privet, who received what I would say is the worst of it. It looks like just the 98 of Michael Wiley just got into the 33 of Alexander Palma, sending him up the track. But there was literally nowhere for everyone there to go.
Privet and
Dominic Privet involved.
Tardif looks like he barely
Joe
got
Tardif
hit.
involved. Now, the 68 avoiding all of them. The 25 is involved, trying to avoid the wreck.
Zach Scott said if the 31 wins, he'll be able to eat dinner tonight. well, you know what? I'm rooting for him because a man's got to eat, you know?
Yeah. But Christopher Campbell did an amazing job avoiding that.
Ooh. Yeah, it looks like a good bit of our guys are go ahead and take down to the pits.
Ian Ogden's not coming down.
Well, tonight our caution flags, our yellow flags, are brought to us by the Ocala Design Group, a very proud sponsor of the Impact Racing EMM series.
And why didn't Ian come down?
He might want to, lead a lap or two, get a couple points.
Maybe. But the problem is now pit road is closed for him. You can make it to the end of the second stage with a full tank, so...
All right. Sorry about that. And tonight's broadcaster break was brought to us by Arizona Fruit Punch.
Now, it does look like from the yellow flag here that it was Devin Johnson who won the first stage.
All right. Well, Devin Johnson being our stage winner, that's definitely some points added for him. Now, do you want to bring anybody up during this first stage break?
I would like to bring Devin Johnson up.
All right.
Seems to be all alone in JDR right now.
Aw.
I'll bring him up.
All right. Hey, Devin, this is Grant and Mark in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy.
All right. How are you doing tonight, Mr. First Stage winner?
The heart is definitely pumping a little bit. That was sketchy.
Yeah, that was fun right there near the stage, right before that caution came out. We were kind of taken aback by it.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry to Brett. I didn't mean to get underneath him while we were bumping in the tri-oval. So definitely should have been probably his stage win. I would have pushed him all the way there, but.
Well, Grant, do you have any questions for Devin?
What's your strategy for the second stage?
I was just kind of looking for points. Sorry, they're talking to me in the in-game chat. Just kind of looking for points that time around, so I think I'm just going to head back and just kind of coast for the second time and then give it a good run in the third stage there.
All right.
All right. Well, we wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, Zach Scott said if you win, he gets to eat tonight.
Oh, I hope I win for him.
Yeah, so do I.
Shout out Zach Scott.
All right, well, we'll put you back up there, buddy.
Thank you, 10-4.
All right, guys. Well, we do have our pace car lights are off.
Yes. Now, it looks like Devin has chosen the outside lane for this restart.
Oh, which means he's got the dreaded Caden Bailey on the inside lane in that number 60.
Yes.
213 Simware car.
With the pace car being off now, we'll have to wait and see how this second stage goes.
All right, green flag is out. Green flags tonight are brought to us by Exotic Mobile Marketing, proud sponsor of Impact Racing, the EMM series. It does look like Devin Johnson got the good jump on the restart and actually went ahead and took the bottom lane in front of Caden Bailey. But Caden is going to
Looks
the middle.
like... Oh,
Why is
Devin Johnson's decided to not... He did say he wanted to ride in the back.
He did say
that's
he was
how you
going to
would
fall
do it.
back. There you go. Well, that puts Eric Wolf out there in the first spot with Travis Stroney on his tail. Caden Bailey is in third. Alexander Palma in fourth. They're actually battling it out for that third position right now. Chris Campbell in fifth. Patrick Hernandez in sixth. Joe Tardif's making his way back up the field in seventh. Dominic Privet in eighth. Michael Wiley in ninth. Grant?
Who did you leave off on?
Michael Wiley in ninth. So you'd be an Ian Ogden.
Sorry, Ian Ogden is in 10th. Then it's Brett McCoy in 11th. Alex Tilley's in 12th. Stanley Thomas back up there in 13th. Ryan Robertson behind him in 14th. And Devin Johnson is back there in 15th, just riding in the back. We have a move for the lead. Travis Stroney going around the outside of Eric Wolf.
Ooh, and he's got quite a few on the push.
He does make the move. He does clear him, but he's staying on the outside.
Yeah, which definitely gives Eric a chance to come back in. And then Eric now has Privet and Tardif giving him the push. Followed by the 21 of Ian Ogden. So we were definitely a good side-by-side racing for the first, I don't know, almost the whole pack. But now Eric Wolf might have been pushed out to the lead if he can keep it.
It looks like he's... We'll have to wait and see, but it does look like he will get to lead this lap. Joe Tardif doing a good job pushing him up there.
Yeah, but here comes Stroney with Palma behind him.
Yep. You will see a standard thing with the super speedways is that in the corners you'll see the bottom lane surge forward, but then the high lane will gain momentum on the exit of the corner and down the straightaways. That's why you see both the 14 and 33 now come down to the bottom line because of their pushing.
It's definitely fun to see the different ways each track reacts, strategy-wise and race-wise.
Yes.
Well, we've got 8 viewers out there with us on the stream. Thank you guys for showing up. And if anyone is in the chat, who is your pick for the win?
They're scrambling for position. Now the 60 of Caden Bailey dropping to the bottom lane in the lead now.
With the
Has Patrick Hernandez behind him. Leaving the 68 of Christopher Campbell and the one of Brett McCoy out there on the outside.
All right, and Grandchise Sports and Gaming, or Ganchise Sports and Gaming, said hoping the number 51 gets the win. Heck yeah. 51 of Eric Wolf. In that beautiful Castrol GTX Mustang. It's only beautiful because it's a Mustang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you've got Caden Bailey in the 213simware.com car. You've got Patrick Hernandez in his number 4 MSI Gaming. Travis Stroney in the Caterpillar number 14. Alexander Palma in the Skull 33 in green. But then you've got Brett McCoy in the Skull number 1. Trying to see what
Eric Wolf in a Castrol GTX.
And Chris Campbell in his Bearded Bear Customs. The Bearded Bear Custom Hides number 68. Joe Tardif in the Ocala Design Group and Gray Realty number 88. Followed by his twinsy out there, Dominic Privet running the 39 Mountain Dew Major Melon. Ian Ogden in the 1111 Veteran Project, number 21. Alex Tilley, gotta see what that is. Is that Margaritaville?
Margaritaville.
Margaritaville. All right. You got Stanley Thomas in the number 92 Takis Mobile. Devin Johnson in the number 31 Coke Zero Sugar. Ryan Robertson in the number 66 Singular Wireless.
And I'm overhearing word that Michael Wiley in the 98 may have pulled his car behind the wall for the night.
Yeah, he does. It does show him out on the tower.
But I'm showing that now it could have just been him, because I've seen people do this, just shut their computer off. But it says that he actually dropped due to upload packet loss.
Ooh.
But sometimes that happens whenever people leave, but like it's leave by like turning their computer off.
And Go ahead.
We're already on lap 35. So we're already 15 laps away from the next stage.
Oh yeah, and they're doing a good job after that that first caution, or not first, the second caution that was brought out. They're doing a pretty good job of keeping it together and keeping it clean. But they're so tight. I mean, that's just nerve-wracking for me. You never know when one guy...
It is nerve-wracking, as we're actually seeing Joe Tardif and Dominic Privet working together as teammates, making people go 3 wide here. That's easy to do here at Talladega. There's enough for truly 4 wide if you really want to push it. But now just leaving Eric Wolf in that 51 all alone in the middle. And Eric Wolf's going to come down to the bottom lane, making it now just 2 wide with those 4 cars. We'll see how well Dominic Privet is at pushing Joe Tardif. Problem's going to be, for one, it's going to be those temperatures.
Oh, and Brandon in the chat, he says, "Oh, we make it work like that at Daytona too."
Yes. Daytona, you're able to do 4 wide, probably only briefly. It's not as wide. It is wide, but not as wide as Talladega. But yes, you can make 4 wide work. However, do you want to do it in a race sim with the possibility of netcode? Probably not.
But Brandon says, if any of the JDJ or the 31 wins, he'll be able to sleep. But that is definitely
now Caden
awesome.
Bailey still leading this pack.
Yeah, he's got Patrick Hernandez on the push down there below.
Yes. Now, I didn't say it when it happened, but where is he? The 21 of Ian Ogden did bring his car down pit road during the yellow. So he is on the same strategy as everyone else here.
Oh, yeah, I saw. He did pit like a lap later than everybody else.
After.
Yep.
Now, we've got another group here. Eric Wolf and Alexander Palma now have joined the outside lane in front of Joe Tardif. See how well they do. Now Alexander Palma just leaving Eric Wolf up there. Everyone is leaving Eric Wolf.
Yeah, but he's a lone wolf.
Yep. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's a Will Ferrell reference, and it's not Talladega Nights. Oh, look at that.
Ooh.
You've got Caden Bailey still up in that top spot, followed by Patrick Hernandez in second, Chris Campbell in third, Alexander Palma in fourth, Eric Wolf in fifth. Actually, Eric got the pass
moving up the
on
field.
Palma. He's got Ian Ogden, that number 21, behind him, giving him a good push.
Now, how long can he keep it up? Unfortunately for us, I don't think we will be able to tell if they have any of their dials blinking. Do not believe iRacing actually transfers that over. But it does look like the 21 was starting to get very hot on his temperatures, and he's not able to really push anymore.
Oh, and Brandon clarified in the chat. He said, nah, we make 3 wide work. 4 wide is no bueno.
Very true. Ian Ogden trying his best to keep Eric Wolf up there. Now, this is also what you would see in real life, too, that some of this is actually just gaining information. Like, how well can I push? How long can I push? as we actually see Patrick Hernandez is pushing Caden Bailey to try to keep the inside lane,
Oh, Patrick
like
actually
keep
went
his
down
position
to
up
the
there.
apron.
Oof. Eric Wolf coming down, leaving Ian Ogden leading the outside lane. Ian is really high up on the track. I think he's just trying to get to the back now. He was probably getting way too hot on his temperatures.
Yeah, got to get a little bit of clean air sometime, you know. But now we have still got Caden Bailey in that first spot.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
I heard it. There was some contact in between the 25 and the 68 there on the corner exit. They were both able to keep it straight.
Eric Wolf has fell back to the 14th spot.
He has.
He has got some major scrapage on his driver's side.
Oh, he was spun down.
Yeah, his car is looking pretty dinged up now.
Oh, when I heard the contact, that was part of it as well.
Ooh. You want to pull that up and we can check it out side by side?
Yes. I have it ready when you are. We're going to actually ride on board with Eric Wolf for this. And we're going to do it in real time. You see the 68 up there coming down. Slight contact. Now contact there as well. And there was just nowhere for Eric Wolf to really go.
Ooh.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, and
He's currently gone down pit road to get those repairs done. He's actually just left pit road, and there's the rest of the pack. Now, if he's able to keep it together for the next 6 laps, he can get his lap back. Ian Ogden's actually got some right front damage on his car.
Oh, yeah. Yes, he does.
And sounds like he may be lifting to keep Eric Wolf from going another lap down. Because I'm hearing him just lifting a lot in the straightaway here.
Now, for those people who don't understand what that means, what does that mean, Grant?
That he's lifting, he's getting off the gas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would just say he's letting off the gas.
Yeah, another term is lifting off the gas, but now they are 5 laps away from the end of the stage.
Yeah, with Caden Bailey currently in our lead spot, but has 2 playoff drivers right there behind him, Patrick Hernandez and Chris Campbell.
We actually got a great camera shot right now as I'm seeing the one get loose into turn 1 there.
Yeah, luckily.
Oh, Joe Tardiff and Stanley Thomas, I believe, just made contact in the turn there.
Oh, it looks like we got a new leader. Ryan Robertson is barely in front of Caden Bailey, but
Yep,
he's got Travis.
Travis Stroney pushing him.
Oh, yeah.
He may come down here going into the turn. No, he's going to stay up there.
Yep, him and Caden Bailey are battling it out. So it looks like
Yes.
Caden's got the better push so far. I love the fact that these guys are not giving up. Got a lot of good actions in tonight's race. Talladega is definitely not disappointing tonight.
Nope. Got an amazing shot of all the pack from Caden Bailey here. He's getting pushed by Patrick Hernandez. See a third line forming with that 25 car up there. And the 31 of Devin Johnson.
I'm going to go to one of my favorites, that chopper cam. You can see Caden Bailey in that top spot. Patrick Hernandez right there behind him. And then you've got Alexander Palma and Chris Campbell side by side for the third. Ooh, and now Alexander Palma's getting the push up.
I believe this is the final lap before the end of the stage.
Oh, and Palma takes that bottom lane with Stroney behind him, so it looks like he might be our stage winner for our second stage.
Does look like that. We'll find out here as they come through the tri-oval. Caden Bailey trying to make a late move here. But looks to be too little, too late.
All right.
Alexander Palma is our winner.
Well, we have our second stage break of the night. Alexander Palma was our stage winner on that one. And again, tonight's race brought to us by Wiley Raceway NASCAR Diecast. Go ahead, Grant.
And I would say once they are done with the pit stops, we should bring Alexander Palma up to talk to him.
Absolutely.
Now they are having to slow up here, so you're going to see the leaders here.
Slowing down dramatically. Yes, sir.
Yeah, because if they pit now, they'll get a black flag for passing under yellow. Though Alexander Palma is still...
Maybe he doesn't need to pit yet.
Let's bring Alex... What is Alex doing?
Alex Palma, this is Grant and Mark in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do. What's up, guys?
Hey, congratulations on that second stage win for you.
Thank you.
Just wanted to...
Is it telling you to let the pace car by?
Yeah, it's telling me to let the pace car by. I don't really know what happened at the stage end here.
It looks like you're going to have to come to a stop for a bit to let the pace car by because of how the yellow was called. The pace car has to pass you.
Okay. So I just like stop in the middle. So yeah, I just took the green and white checkered, and then I just never saw the pace cars.
Yeah, the pace car had to catch you, but then once it slowed down, it has to go pace speed the whole rest of the time. So, what is your plan for the rest of this race?
Well, just try to keep it clean and just work with my team to try to get these good finishes, just like we did in this last stage.
We're actually going to let you. We're actually going to let you go back up to your team, and so you can catch. We'll have the pace car catch you.
Yeah, I do not know where that is. I like don't
Currently
even
in the
see.
tri-oval. So you're going to have to come to a stop for a bit.
Okay, I'll just pit right now.
I believe
Is that an option?
no, because it will give you a black flag.
Oh, okay.
So just sit and wait until the pace car passes.
And then I should pit, right?
Yes.
Okay. I do not know these rules.
All right. Which team were you in?
General.
Okay. Sorry about that, Mark.
No, I didn't know what was going on either. Thank you for that. Definitely an interesting run right there.
Yep. Depending on when the yellow comes out, sometimes iRacing makes you wait for the pace car. A lot of people don't really experience it sometimes, but you have to wait for the pace car, and it does a certain speed. Like, it will try to do a catch up. Sorry, I'm overhearing the server chat. What you're going to have to do is
All right. Well, pace car lights are off. Looks like Patrick Hernandez is going to be in the bottom lane, taking the first position on the restart. All right, so that's the end of our stages. What are your outlooks on the rest of the race, Grant?
well, looking at fuel data here, they do not have enough to make it to the end. So they do have to come down pit road one more time. And I would have to take a guess. They would have to probably come down, well, anywhere from lap 75 onwards, maybe even lap 70. They can make it to the end. But a downside of it being a super speedway, they need to make sure they all pit as a pack or have some friends.
That's definitely going to make your green flag strategy, your pit strategy, very important.
Yes. Super speedways are one of those where even if you don't like the game chat in official series, you will need to have it unmuted for this. Because you're going to have to talk to everyone else that's in the race to find out who needs to pit when.
All right, well, we are back. Green Flag Racing. Green Flags tonight brought to us by Exotic Mobile Marketing. It looks like Hernandez and Stroney have a side-by-side great restart.
All of them coming up to speed. Devin Johnson choosing to go to the back of the pack. Now, you have never experienced it, so I'll just explain it for you. Whenever you see someone dive down on the backstretch like that, like Devin Johnson did, they're literally just doing that so they're out of the pack, can lift off the gas, and get to the back of the pack.
Definitely a smart way to do it without, causing any incident.
Yep. Another way to do it is by forcing everyone 3 wide by going on be up there near the wall.
Yeah, top lane.
Yep. That's usually only done if the person that wants out of it is on the outside lane, but...
Well, you definitely still got a good battle up there with Travis Stroney and Patrick Hernandez for that first spot. Neither one giving up to the other.
Yeah. Patrick Hernandez has Caden Bailey behind him, while Travis Stroney's got 68 of Christopher Campbell behind him. Still got a long way to go. Travis Stroney backing out of it. Going to the third lane. You see Christopher Campbell pretty much alone, but Eric Wolf has decided to go to the outside lane to join him. And now come back down the inside. I think everyone here is thinking the same thing. We're probably going to get mostly single file racing for a good while here.
Oh, and Project Brewington said, let's go 51. So, Eric Wolf, you got another shout out right there. 11 viewers on the stream. Heck yes. Thank you, guys.
Caden Bailey's doing a good job pushing Patrick Hernandez, but now the 92 and 51 have decided to go to the outside for a minute. Everyone is just being single file right now. Literally, everyone is just riding until they get to the end of their fuel stint. This is not unprecedented. I've seen this happen before. Right now in the lead is Patrick Hernandez, followed by Caden Bailey. Alex Tilley is in third. Stanley Thomas in fourth. Eric Wolf in fifth. Dominic Privet in sixth. Christopher Campbell in seventh. Travis Stroney in 8th. Brett McCoy in 9th. Joe Tardif back here in 10th. Devin Johnson in 11th. Alexander Palma is in 12th. And Ryan Robertson is rounding out the field in 13th. During that stage, Ian Ogden came down pit road and brought his car behind the wall, so he's probably done for the night. We do see a quick change for the lead as well. Alex Tilley now leading the outside lane, with Stanley Thomas right behind him. Eric Wolf also in the second lane. I believe we dealt with Caden Bailey blinking for a small moment. So all of them behind him have decided to go to the outside line, which is an unfortunate thing. Going at speeds roughly around 180, 190, having someone blinking in and out, not knowing where they're at, can be devastating. I've seen I've even experienced someone blinking so bad they caused a wreck. Now, not any fault of their own, it's just the game thinking they were somewhere else. But it looks like it is cleared up for now, and Caden Bailey's actually going to the high lane here, leaving Patrick Hernandez alone, and diving back down underneath to be behind Alex Tilley. And Alex Tilley looks to be now the one to push Patrick Hernandez. Stanley Thomas now in 4th with Eric Wolf in 5th. All of them look to be very calm right now, just trying to be in a single file lane. I say that as Stanley Thomas goes to the high line, with Caden Bailey also coming to the high line because of how much of a run he had.
And during that, we actually had a couple people in the chat, Colt Daniels and Shut Up Danny, said, let's go 51. I know.
It's still not going to beat the best name I've ever heard online. Dr. Piss Bucket is my favorite.
Okay.
I don't know who's giving out these degrees, but Patrick Hernandez still leading this pack. Alex Tilley behind him. Eric Wolf is now in 3rd. Looks like Caden Bailey and Caden's dropped back to 5th. Looks like his blinking has definitely gone away, so he's staying up there.
But it also gave Dominic Privet a chance to get up there. He is right behind Eric Wolf, up in that 4th spot.
Yes. Now, everyone here except for Patrick Hernandez is all probably just trying to save fuel. Now, there's a chance, I would say, that if I was them, I would have taken tires during that second stage to make it only be a fuel stop for the final here.
Which would definitely make it a quicker pit.
Yes.
But definitely
Caden Bailey is really being squirrely right now. Overhearing on the comms, he's trying to shut down programs that help make it be that he's not blinking anymore.
Uh-oh.
That is a tough thing to do. Luckily, it sounds like he's not in VR for this.
Yeah, definitely very important to have a computer, not running things unnecessarily.
Yes. Now, that's not to say that everyone needs to be like that. Some people have good enough internet or good enough of a computer that they can handle that. But sometimes some days are worse than others, I will say.
Oh, yes.
Sometimes your internet just doesn't want to be your friend. I've
yeah.
had that moment before.
Like the nights that we were a little glitchy on the broadcast, a little laggy,
Yes.
but it is
I don't
much
know
better
what
today.
has caused that, but apparently this time it's cleared up.
It's actually cleared up. Like in the last week, I've been doing races. So you're welcome. Well, let's say Xfinity's thank Xfinity. better yet.
Well, we are driving the Xfinity cars, so
There you go. And the broadcasters are running on Xfinity Internet.
I am not. But
Looks like Eric Wolf has actually taken that top spot.
he has. He got a good push from Caden Bailey going into turn 1 there, and was able to use that momentum to keep going around the corner. Now, Alex Tilley wasn't exactly on Patrick Hernandez, so it wasn't really a good push from him. Now, not everyone knows how to push well. Some people are very stingent on how they push because they don't have enough experience. Sorry, I got interrupted by seeing Caden Bailey almost sideswipe 25 for a moment there.
Who is
Oh, Eric Wolf tried to go for a late block there. But Caden Bailey's there on his outside. He's getting a push from Stanley Thomas and having Devin Johnson behind him.
Uh-oh, you got...
Looks like the 25 is backing out of the pack. And Caden Thomas has brought his car to the lead.
Caden Bailey.
Sorry. I tried to save both Caden Bailey and Stanley Thomas at the same time for some reason.
Not a problem, but if you look, you actually got 3 wides. You got Devin Johnson and Alexander Palma coming up on that high line.
Yes, leaving Stanley Thomas all alone, but now getting down into the bottom lane. This is getting to the point where I'd be concerned about people who have not taken tires at this point.
Oh, you actually got Caden Bailey dropping down to the apron. And
Yeah, he came down almost to the inside wall.
Stanley Thomas almost did too, but then he jumped back in. But now that leaves Devin Johnson in the top spot with Alexander Palma in second and Eric Wolf in third.
I think I know what's going on. I don't think some of these guys have taken tires at all this whole race.
Oh.
Because there is a downside I did not bring up of not taking tires the whole race. Your tires may not wear as much here at super speedways, but they still do wear. And the problem is I'm seeing a few of these guys is that they will get loose, both in the tri-oval and the exit of the corners.
What?
Which I believe is what caused both the 60 and the 92 to go down onto the apron.
I'm trying to figure out what
Devin Johnson in the lead, but being left 3 wide all by himself in the middle.
Well, here we are, 69 laps in out of 100. Definitely got an interesting race. Definitely got an interesting race so far.
Got Alexander Palma leading the inside lane, but I believe that's going to be taken over by both Dominic Privet and Joe Tardif. They've cleared him and are coming down to the inside.
I'm kind of curious what happened to Devin. He was doing so good.
It could be he was testing something. How quickly can he get from the back to the front?
Very, very good point.
As he is all alone Oh, no, he's not. He's got the 92 up there with him. I couldn't see him for a minute. The 92 is having trouble right now. Don't know where the 92 car is. He is blinked out of existence for a moment.
I'm not seeing him either.
That's unfortunate. Have to wait and see if there's any call.
Yeah, we are actually showing Stanley Thomas out, as well as Ian Ogden and Michael Wiley.
Yes. Michael Wiley and Ian Ogden have both left the server.
And Foul Yeti in the chat said 31 in the lead. Well, that didn't last long.
Nope. Now it's actually looking as Stanley Thomas has now officially been dropped from the server due to upload packet loss, which is very unfortunate. Now, I have been hearing that there are storms riling through the mid-west right now. I believe there was even there's tornado supercells going on in some areas.
Dude, don't bring that on us.
I am sorry.
That's just depressing. We're trying to enjoy Talladega. Oh,
Yes,
and
but
look,
safety is important.
Devin Johnson is back in the lead.
He is.
So Foul Yeti, take that.
Had some help from
Caden
the
Bailey.
60 of Caden Bailey.
But you've still got Travis Stroney now. Yeah, so looks like Devin cut down, but then Caden stayed up on the top, so he is currently leading. Not even by a full car length, so, they're side by side for the most part.
Yes. Now comes the dreaded question. The pit window is open. When do you pit?
I would say we'd split it down the middle.
That is a good option.
That's my personal thought. But there's no telling,
Yes. Now, I will say from my experience, as long as you have friends to bring with you, pitting first is actually beneficial. Because of the momentum factor of being in the draft. But the problem is, what if there's a yellow after?
I believe that might be what they're afraid of.
Mm-hmm. They're really getting spread out here, so I think they may be trying unintentionally. I think some of them are getting ready to pit here.
It could be very possible.
Got only Eric Wolf down there on the bottom lane.
You got Caden Bailey in first, Travis Stroney in second, Patrick Hernandez in third, Chris Campbell in fourth, Eric Wolf in fifth, Devin Johnson right behind him in sixth, Alexander Palma in seventh, Dominic Privet in eighth, Joe Tardif in ninth, Brett McCoy in 10th, Alex Tilley in 11th, and Ryan Robertson in 12th.
Yes. Now, unfortunately, it seems like Stanley Thomas has not come back into the server, so his car is currently sitting behind the wall. It's been teleported back there for him.
Well, at least they're polite.
Yes.
No, but that is a shame when stuff like that happens.
Now, here's the other thing. I haven't really been keeping track of who's been leading when since the green flag. But we are about 5 laps away, I would say, from when the true beginning of when fuel stops will need to happen.
Oh, yeah.
We can make it to the end on fuel right now if they pit, but they probably only have about 5 laps of fuel left on these tanks.
Well, and so, yeah, now that we're at 75, they should be taken down to the pit soon, but, it's hard to tell with these guys. They all have their own strategies.
Yep. They've got their own teammates as well. They'll be coordinating in their Discord calls. Some of them will have to try to coordinate with others through the in-game chat, which is what I'll be hearing if any of them make a call there.
Hey, and some of them might be doing it old school, you know what I'm saying? Tin cans on string. That's how I do it.
Throw a hand out the window. Got Eric Wolf and Devin Johnson on the outside here.
Yeah, definitely
Working
giving a
their
good
way.
push. Looks like they're get Devin Johnson. No, now they're falling back a little bit.
Yeah, I think Devin might have been getting too hot behind Eric Wolf there.
Here we are, 23 laps to go in the race. When will pit
begin?
Yeah, when will pits
When will
begin?
the pit cycle begin?
So you said 30 for the lead car, right? For the most part?
Yes. But since the lead has changed multiple times,
Yeah.
the leader probably is able to. The max or the minimum someone would have to do is 31 laps.
Well, and what we're looking at right now is everybody pitted about 28 laps ago. Besides Eric
Yes.
Wolf. Eric Wolf was a little later on the pit, got about 26. But for the most part, everyone else in that top 6 is at 28 laps. So, pit should be, like you said.
I would be focused on the 60 car this time by. I think I just overheard a message over the radio. We'll see as they exit turn 4 is who's coming down pit road with him.
And I brought the track map up. Look at that pack. Like, everybody is all in one place.
No one came down pit road this time. Maybe he's indicating he's coming down next time. Now being 29 laps for a lot of these guys since their last pit.
Yeah, definitely interesting to see, if they're going to pit as
Everyone
a full
has
pack.
gone single file. I say that, and Eric Wolf goes to the outside. I'm hearing the 14s coming. 68 as well. Here we go. Now everyone's got to make sure they hit their breaking point. Caden Bailey locking up. Did everyone make it down pit road?
No, you got Eric
We have
Wolf.
Caden Bailey, Travis Stroney, Patrick Hernandez, Alexander Palma, Alex Tilley, Christopher Campbell, Ryan Robertson.
Which leaves
Leaving
Eric
your
Wolf.
top 5.
Yeah, but now you got Eric Wolf, Devin Johnson, Dominic Privet, Joe Tardif, and Brett McCoy still out running.
I'm overhearing that Eric Wolf may be coming down this time by. As they're exiting turn 4 now, here comes the whole rest of the pack. I'm seeing lockups from the pink cars. Will all of them make it down pit road with no issue? It looks to be that is indeed the case. Now the question is going to be, from the first pack, who gets grouped up and get back up to speed in time? As I see here, Alex Tilley, Ryan Robertson are currently the front two.
Yep, with Travis Stroney a little bit behind, followed by Caden Bailey right there and Patrick Hernandez. You see Palma also right behind him, and Campbell a little farther back than the rest. Now it looks like Eric Wolf is back out of pit. So is Dominic, Joe, Brett. Everyone is back out on the track.
Yes, now you're going to see why I say pitting early is a good factor. We're watching here Alex Tilley and Ryan Robertson passing Devin Johnson now. And catching up to Brett McCoy, Joe Tardiff.
And you know when that
But they did an amazing job down pit road.
Oh, yeah. Because they went down pit and they didn't even lose their positions. And you got Project Brewington on the chat said, "Hey, go Wolf."
Yep. But Alex Tilley and Ryan Robertson have done an amazing job. Because of their momentum with all those four still getting up to true full speed, they've caught up to them.
Looks like Caden Bailey's going back down to pit.
Yes, I'm overhearing that Caden Bailey got an unsafe pit exit.
Ooh.
He may have went a little bit too wide on his pit exit.
Now, is that what constitutes an unsafe pit?
Holy cow, look at this. Travis Stroney, Patrick Hernandez, Alexander Palma. Look at those three go.
Lord.
Did they put tape on their nose? Because holy cow, that was an incredible run.
That's actually impressive. Look at them go. But then you got Eric Wolf taking the outside. Looks like he's going to try to take it back.
Yep. With them coming up to 16 laps to go. Patrick Hernandez is pushing Travis Stroney with all of his might right now.
Oh, these guys are going hard. This is great. I love this. I love racing like this. This is racing.
Yep.
Oh,
we got a wreck! Alexander Palma on his roof!
Oh, yeah. Look, oh, my God. That is not a spin cycle, dude. Like, that was... You remember that tornado warning you were talking about? That's what it was.
Yeah, we have a tornado in Talladega. Holy cow.
Oh, yeah. Bring that back up. I want to watch that again.
We'll bring it back, and we'll have slow-mo watching Alexander Palma, and then we'll watch the onboard afterwards. Because going into turn 3 here, with Alexander Palma, looks to be he enters in a little high, but not a problem. But here comes the one, and just kind of hooks him in his right rear. And just nothing he could have done to avoid that.
Oh.
Eric Wolf involved, the 66 involved, 25. I think both. Holy cow, look at the... Really, Joe Tardiff and Dominic Privet did an amazing job really kind of avoiding heavy damage from that. But Alexander Palma just on his roof. Oh, no. That's not a good camera. Now I'm going to back it up, and we're going to go on board. And hold on to your stomachs here.
Oh God. Oh.
And flip for good measure. And the engine still runs.
Oh my God.
He made it to pit road. I'd like to mention that. He made it to pit road.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he didn't have a front grill, nothing. And Foul Yeti on the chat said, "Get that guy out of the washing machine." I don't think that was a washing machine as much as it was NEM, a twister.
Oh my gosh. But this really changes up some strategy. Everyone came down pit road that time.
Well, yeah, they might have tried to, go ahead and utilize a set of tires and
They
maybe
could have.
top up on fuel.
Yeah, because there are green-white checkers still that could happen.
Oh yeah, we actually got
This one,
3 green-white checker attempts tonight.
yep. And I'm seeing apparently, I didn't know this. I have indicators that will indicate what gear people are in. And apparently when they shut their engines off, it puts them into neutral. So I'm seeing some people turning their engine off. I'm not gonna really say who I was seeing do that, but I'm seeing a few people turning their engine off right now. Saving that a little bit more on their fuel. And it looks like Patrick Hernandez is going to be the leader. It looks like he's going to be the leader here and is choosing the outside lane for the restart. Ryan Robertson back down pit road. So we're going to have Patrick Hernandez, then followed by Travis Stroney, who's going to lead the inside lane. Joe Tardiff on the outside, Alex Tilley on the inside. We're going to see how well they can push. One thing that's going to be a benefit for Patrick Hernandez, he's got teammates of Joe Tardiff and Dominic Privet behind him. Those two have been working well together since the start of this race.
Sir, those two have been working well together for years.
Yes.
It's not called JDJ Racing for nothing. Joe,
Nope.
Dominic, and Josh Privet.
Now the pace car lights are out. We're going to have to wait and see how this goes. Going to be going green with, what is it, 13 laps to go?
Yeah, by the time we go green, we'll be hitting 13.
And we are green.
All
Patrick
right.
Hernandez with a good jump. Not as strong as he's done in the past, and already looking to the inside lane. The inside lane didn't even get going with Devin Johnson moving to the top, it's really only left those three truly on the bottom lane. And those three have cleared Joe Tardif.
For now. If
For
you
now,
look,
as they are getting up to speed, we're seeing Joe Tardif and Dominic Privet pushing to be on that outside lane.
look how close Stroney is to the back of Hernandez, or was. Actually backed off a little bit, but they were literally nose to tail.
Yep, that is proper pushing. In these cars, you can push, but the problem is your water and oil temp. Being the first lap since the green, temps are not a problem. But it's this lap where temps are an issue if you are trying to push hard. Good to know for a green-white checkered. It's still the front three, still leading the inside lane.
Yeah, but Joe Tardif and Dominic Privet are they're not giving up. So they've still got a good chance. And then you've got Eric Wolf behind them, and Devin Johnson actually giving the push on the fourth guy up on that top lane. But you've got, let's see, Hernandez, Stroney, Alex Tilley, trying to see the 68, Chris Campbell, and Brett McCoy. Uh-oh.
We've got some takers on the third lane now. Devin Johnson, Alexander Palma, as they're spinning down now on the top lane.
All right, fifth caution of the race with 11 laps to go.
Got it ready for you.
I'm ready for you.
With Devin Johnson here, we see him on the third lane with Alexander Palma. And I don't know what happened, but it just seemed like Alexander Palma tried pushing and it just bounced him into the wall. I want to back that up a little bit and bring it back to Alexander Palma to see if with his onboard here, yeah, it was just a bad bump.
Ooh.
That sometimes can happen, unfortunately. Sometimes it can unsettle a car when you least expect it.
Yep.
Especially on the straightaway. It does cause Alexander Palma to have a little bit of right front damage. But he's not coming down pit road to fix it. We've had enough yellows now that there is a chance that some people don't have any fast repairs remaining.
I mean, we've had quite a few cautions here. Well, not quite a few, 5. But you've got 3 fast repairs. So, yeah, you could have easily used them.
Yep. Indeed, it was a very unlucky bump.
Yeah, Foul Yeti actually put in the chat, ooh, unlucky. And he's definitely got it. That literally was just unlucky.
Yeah, one thing, though, also is that these Xfinity cars, as well as really any car at a super speedway, you can't just always full throttle into the back end. Sometimes you gotta lift off or drag the brake a tiny bit getting to that rear bumper. But when we come to the green here, we'll have 8 laps to go. No, 7. Math is difficult when it's counting up. Because what is considered a lap when you're looking at the lap counter?
Yeah. Well, I think we'll be on 7 because once we hit 8, the pace car light should go off. Yeah, we don't have a pace car camera.
I mean... Well, I don't know if you're able to select a pace car, but I can.
No, I can't.
That's a camera angle I wasn't expecting. You bring up side by side.
Hold on, I'm bringing it up side by side. Okay.
There's one. There it is.
Oh. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Hello, sir. How are you doing? I didn't think this camera would be on. But yeah, pace car lights are off.
It looks like Devin Johnson left the pit lane. So he is back on track. You got Patrick Hernandez as the leader, utilizing that center lane, but Travis Stroney right there on the inside lane. So definitely going to be interesting to see who can get the better jump off of the restart.
Yeah.
I do want to thank our 11 viewers out there on the stream with us. Thank you guys for showing up. We are in the final few laps of the race.
And if you thought it was, if you thought these guys were aggressive earlier, you're in for a world of surprise.
Oh yeah, yeah. End of the race, all the points matter. Oh yeah, you were definitely in for a little bit of fun tonight.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Remember.
Looks like Privet and Tardif split up.
Yes, they are, but how are they going to get back together? See Patrick Hernandez on the outside here for the restart again. Going to have, looks to be Dominic Privet behind him as we're now green flag racing again.
All right, and green flags are brought to us by Exotic Mobile Marketing. Want to give a big shout out to them for being a proud sponsor of the Impact Racing League. And it looks like Patrick Hernandez got a dang good jump and went ahead and took the bottom lane right in front of Travis Stroney. But
yes,
you've got Dominic and Joe.
JDJ's gotten together too.
Oh yeah,
knew it was going to be easy for them to get together. And they are pushing hard, and now they're going to be in the lead here. Got Eric Wolf behind them. Are they going to come down? No. They can. They're clear.
I don't know if they're both clear. Because Patrick Hernandez and Stroney got a good push.
Yeah, not anymore. Here comes Patrick Hernandez on the inside with Travis Stroney pushing him.
Oh, and you got...
we got a third lane.
Brett McCoy up there in the top lane
with Ryan Robertson pushing them. But all the eyes right now are on the front two. Dominic Privet leading the outside lane with Patrick Hernandez on the inside.
We've got 6 laps to go. It is going to be definitely a shootout for that lead.
Yeah, you've seen them move side to side. That is what happens when you push the car, too. Sometimes it just unsettles the back end just a tiny bit that they can't keep the car straight.
And that is how wrecks happen. Ooh.
Trying to do a side draft, and Eric Wolf coming to the outside, making it 3 wide.
Oh, I'm loving this shot right here. Look at that. Patrick Hernandez and Dominic Privet just nose to nose, just right there together. Neither one wanting to let up.
Yeah, but now we're in the situation of what's everyone's engine temps at?
That is a good question.
I'm afraid to know how many lights are blinking in their cockpits right now. We still have a third lane out there, being the one car of Brett McCoy. He's got Alexander Palma far behind him. Joe Tardif around. 68 around. Eric Wolf sliding.
Are we going to have a caution, a last-minute caution?
It doesn't look like we are.
Nope. No. Oh,
I'm
Lord.
overhearing that netcode was the factor there. And we are calling it a yellow. We are overhearing that they've called it a yellow because of the number of cars involved.
So 4 laps to go. By the end of the caution, we will be on our first green-white checker attempt.
Meanwhile, I'm going to try pulling up what happened.
Well, we're going to go side by side, so when Grant pulls that up, we can get a good look at it.
I am ready to show you.
We are there, sir.
We're going to follow with Eric Wolf here. According to Joe Tardif, his car was being sucked around both ways because of being 3 wide in the middle here. And you could just see how unsettled his car is. And he's just getting loose everywhere.
Yeah, I had that on my
netcode contact on the 68.
Ooh.
Making a collision with Eric Wolf. And it looks like he's just going to lock it up, trying not to hit anything. Oh, but collision with the 68.
Ow. Ow, ow, ow.
Yeah.
Wonder if pace car lights are going to go off on this round. Either way, as soon as we get back to it, is going to be our first attempt at a green-white checker.
Yes. It is officially the first green-white checkered. Pace car lights are not off. Is your stream buffering at the moment?
Nope. Oh, we've got 15 viewers out there with us on the stream.
Yes. But it seems like the broadcast is now starting to do its lagging.
Not seeing much of that. Maybe a little, but we're not far behind by much.
Overhearing that Patrick Hernandez, being the leader again, has chosen the outside lane to restart.
Yeah, it looks like Travis Stroney is going to be right there on the inside, right below him. No? Well, they're both on the inside right now.
Well, they're not doubled up for at the moment.
Yeah.
Now it is coming up close here. Now the added question. Who has enough fuel? I believe that all of them will have enough fuel for it, but it all depends on how much they put in.
Yeah, I do believe they've got to. If they filled up, they should have enough.
Yes. With them doubling up now, the lineup's going to be Patrick Hernandez on the outside with Dominic Privet behind him. Travis Stroney leading the inside lane with Alex Tilley behind him.
And Joe
Now I'm going to
Tardif.
say it again. You thought they were aggressive? Just wait.
Well, luckily we have 3 attempts at a green and white checker.
Yes. Now, as a reminder, the green-white checkered route can be a benefit as well as a hindrance. Because of how long this track is, there could be a yellow call all the way until the tri-oval here. This isn't Daytona where in the tri-oval is where the start-finish line is.
Oh,
And that is also an added benefit of when the leader is considered the leader. There is a statistic, I should have pulled it up, of how many times the lead change happened from the middle of the tri-oval to the start-finish line here.
why can't you have these statistics ready to go, Grant?
Because I didn't think about that till just now. With the pace...
All right, we're getting ready
Here
for the
we go.
shootout. All right,
Patrick Hernandez with a good jump.
yeah, but you got Stroney down there in the bottom lane, but Patrick Hernandez went ahead and cut into the bottom, leaving Dominic Privet
Yeah.
up in the top lane or middle lane to run a good chance of possibly passing, depending.
Yep, but Joe Tardif's coming up right behind him. Those two can get hooked up together right. Oh, Alex Tilley to the outside lane. Hoping to be pushed by Dominic Privet. And he's getting up there.
Still got Patrick Hernandez up in that top spot, though. Does not want to be giving it up.
Alex Tilley there on the outside with Dominic Privet to pushing him. As we go white flag this time by us, and Alex Tilley's wrecking. Everyone's around.
Ooh, Patrick Hernandez still running that lead with Eric Wolf right behind him in second.
This is the battle. I believe for Eric Wolf to stay in the playoffs, he has to win this race.
Ooh, that is going to be a hard one. You're in the
Yes,
final lap.
Eric Wolf coming to this race was out of the playoffs. So for him to do this, this may, even just his position here will probably get him in, but he's going to probably try to go for the win here. There's a 4-second gap behind him, so it's just these two. Eric Wolf looking outside, going low.
Ooh, getting blocked by Patrick Hernandez.
And Patrick Hernandez going to get his 6th win of the season here at Talladega.
Oh, that was close. That was so close. That was awesome.
That was so close. Now I'm going to pull up what happened.
All right, I'm going to pull up side by side.
And I'm going to select Alex Tilley. We see them coming to the white flag here. Yeah, Dominic Privet was up at the wall trying not to hit it, collided with Alex Tilley. Joe Tardiff trying to avoid it, colliding with the 1 and the 14. And then everyone is just scrambling. Alexander Palma getting collision. Devin Johnson, nowhere for the 60 to go, or the 66. Literally nowhere for everyone to go.
That was a shame.
That is Talladega's at its finest. Your finishing order: Patrick Hernandez, Eric Wolf, Devin Johnson. Then it's Alex Tilley, Ryan Robertson, Caden Bailey, Joe Tardiff, Dominic Privet, Brett McCoy, Travis Stroney, Alexander Palma, Christopher Campbell.
You can't leave out Stanley Thomas in 13th, Ian Ogden in 14th, and Michael Wiley in 15th.
That's true. I shouldn't have left him out, and I apologize.
But we have got our top 3 guys in the waiting room. So we are going to bring in the 3rd place finisher, Devin Johnson.
If Mike Dom or something like that junked out.
Devin, this is Mark and Grant in the booth. You got a copy.
I'm here, 10-4.
We should find a way to warn you guys. So, 3rd place, and, up 8 positions from where you started. So that leaves you actually a 3-way tie for biggest mover.
Sweet.
But
love that.
Did your strategies work out tonight?
Pretty close. I feel like I had a top 1 car. So kind of disappointed with the top 3, but it's the best finish I've had all year, so I guess I can't really complain either at the same time.
Well, you definitely did real good, and then gives you a chance to come up into the booth and talk to us. You had a lot of people rooting for you out there.
Hell yeah. I love my fans, and I'm glad that they watch. All the friends at home, the wife, the mom of the wife, and my family too, so love those guys.
Well, so what other shout-outs you got for us tonight?
Not much. The Chevy ran good. Coke, appreciate them and being a main sponsor for this year. And I'm really excited for next year and the next 2 rounds. So,
all right. Well, yeah, you should be up there in the top 8 now. So we should definitely look forward to seeing you possibly win the Cup this year.
Yeah, it'll be tough with Patrick having his 7th win now in the season, and 2 in the playoffs, I believe.
Yeah,
so it'll be definitely tough.
Do believe this is 6 in a row for him.
Oh my.
Yeah. But he's definitely a good route. All you guys are, man. Impact has definitely never let us down. You guys always have good races every week.
Yeah, I hope that was an exciting finish for you guys up in the booth and everyone watching.
Oh, we were biting our nails, buddy. That was great.
I try to make it interesting as much as I could. Each stage running 3 wide as much as I could.
Well, Grant, do you have anything for him?
No, I do not.
Ooh,
Not this time.
North Wilkesboro next week. Are you looking forward to that?
Oh boy.
I am. I actually have. I think I have the most wins there out of anyone in the league, official wise. So I feel pretty confident going in that one. I won in the trucks, one in super late models. So can't wait.
Well, good luck. We look forward to seeing you and talking to you next week in the booth.
Appreciate you guys.
All right. All right, Grant, you want to bring up Mr. Eric Wolf next. I'm going to let you interview him.
Sure thing.
Hey, Eric, this is Mark and Grant in the booth. You got a copy.
Hey guys, I do. Gotcha.
So, what was your whole strategy for this whole entire last state?
So, I was really trying to push out the fuel as much as I could. We didn't really have a good finish to stage 2, and I thought I had a little bit of extra fuel. When I saw everybody in front of me pit going into the final pit stop, I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to be able to kind of work this out. I need an absolute perfect pit stop, and honestly, it was picture perfect from getting down to pit lane, getting down to speed, getting onto the pit lane, didn't miss my box, got out. It was drawn up exactly the perfect play. Everybody caught me. From the guys who pit first, they caught us coming back on the track and kind of just rocketed by us, and I was really hoping and praying we'd be able to keep up with them. Next thing you know, I'm in the wall spinning, and thankfully I had a fast repair to save that. But honestly, we got to the end of this, and being in the back of the pack, knowing it's the green-white checkered at Talladega, you're kind of expecting some sort of melee to happen. I wasn't expecting it to happen right there where it did, and as soon as we come across the line for the white, it was just a game of dodgeball. You're just dodge, duck, dip, diving, and dodging through cars, and next thing you know, I see open air and one car in front of me. And so I hoped and prayed, and Patrick just got a good block up there in the end. Very, very smart veteran move on his part to block the run up there, and I wasn't able to get too much back after that to give him a run for his money at the end. But it was closer than I expected. I just wish a few more cars would have finished behind us.
Yeah, it was indeed a close one there, but with you being in the top 3, that does give you all the shout-outs you want. So is there anyone you want to talk about?
I want to shout out the guys at IndyCar Media, pumping out a paint scheme, a little self-plug there, pumping out the paint schemes every week for us. There's a lot of cars in the league that are done up by IndyCar Media, and so it's nice to see us go 1-2 with paint schemes. We do a lot of paint schemes for the league leader right now with Patrick Hernandez in the 4 car, and I'm just looking forward to next season, seeing more of my schemes on track. Being able to do some more stuff along these guys, these races are definitely they definitely get your heart pumping, So I hope it was just as fun to watch as it was to race.
It was indeed. Well, we'll let you get back at it. We'll see you at North Wilkesboro. What are your thoughts on that track?
I think it's going to be one of those tracks that's going to eat up a lot of tires, and it's going to be it's definitely going to be a driver's track. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to who can conserve, and I think we're all going to have our eyes on the number 4 car going forward next week.
Well, we can't wait to see you there.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, so that leaves we're going to bring up our leader. Actually, you know what? Before our leader, I'm going to bring up Dominic Privet. Because I can. Hey, Dom, this is Mark and Grant in the booth. You got a copy?
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, how are you doing tonight, sir?
I was great till just past the start-finish line, coming to get the white flag just before we went to turn 1.
We did see that.
Yeah,
we
that
actually
was very unfortunate.
Yeah, we actually went back and
looking
saw
back at it, looked like it was a little bit of net code, unfortunately, but that's Talladega. Sometimes it would have been tough regardless, I think.
Well, so you didn't get the win, but you definitely had an amazing race. You and Joe were, up there, and you guys were pushing hard.
I'm about to say but everyone knew we were teaming up, and it was obvious. We had identical cars tonight. That's something that we always do on super speedways. us and our team, and we were fast. We just played our hand. We're very patient, pushed when we needed to, and we were real strong there. I was hoping we could have gotten to the outside of the 25 before all that happened. We had 2 strong cars behind us, and I think it would have been a great finish.
Well, you definitely did good out there, man. We're glad to bring you up and talk to you in the booth with us tonight.
Yeah, no, guys, I appreciate it. Way to good closing out the first rounds of the playoffs. So we know the 8 that are advancing, and should be a fun 2 weeks at Wilkesboro next week, and then next cutoff race will be Michigan in 2 weeks. So
oh yeah,
it's sure going to get interesting in the next couple weeks.
Well, we're looking forward to it.
I appreciate it, guys.
All righty. All right, now we're going to bring up our leader, Patrick Hernandez. Hey, Patrick, this is Mark and Grant in the booth. You got a copy?
Loud and clear.
Man, what is this? Like 12th race in a row we talked to you in the booth? What?
I don't know, because last week I finished 4th, so I think it was the first time in the season which I didn't make it to the booth, but here I am again.
So what was your strategy tonight?
Stayed out of the big one. That was all I was thinking. Stayed out of the big one. Make sure that I nail the pit stops, the fuel strategy, and all that, and try to stay either in the front out of trouble or in the back out of trouble. And thankfully, I had a rocket of a car that helped me stay in front most of the race.
Well, it was definitely fun to watch. You guys. It was a competition out there. Talladega is always fun, but being in the playoffs, man. And then you had the guys who weren't even playoff cars. They were racing with all they had. So it was definitely exciting to watch.
Well, exciting for you guys, but for me, man, it was nerve-wracking. Especially at some points where they tried to squeeze me, and I'm already at the yellow line, and they kept coming down, squeezing me. I got a couple close calls with a couple guys that went to the side draft too hard and make contact with me. Thank God that I didn't wreck. But yeah, man, it was I had like one eye looking in the front and the other eye looking at the mirror to see what the hell was going on. But man, it was intense. Especially those last 25 laps. Man, it was intense.
Well, intense racing, but you definitely got up, into the top spot. So you're back in the booth with us. Do you have any shout-outs tonight?
Oh, hell yeah. I want to give a shout-out of all the guys in the general channel Discord. Alex, Travis, Caden, Chris. We were working together all race long, and, man, these guys did a hell of a job, like, helping me and me helping them stay in the front. So a big shout-out to them. As always, a big shout-out to Toyota, Ray Rick, all my sponsors, all the admins in this league for making this possible, and for you guys for making such a great broadcast.
Well, we definitely appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you next week in North Wilkesboro. Do you have any thoughts on that track?
Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Man, I tried that track with the Gen 4s, trucks, Gen 6, next gen. Man, I suck at that track, so wish me luck. I don't know. I think if I can finish in the top 5, it's going to be a miracle, so I will have to start doing some extensive homework from now so I can have a nice race at least next week.
Well, definitely good luck. We look forward to seeing you because you are obviously in the top 8.
Hell yeah. Now the chase for the cup gets a little bit difficult now. So if I have to be on my A game this round, now I have to be in my A++ game in this next round. So now I will have to make more smart decisions, and let's see if I can make it to the Final Four.
Well, we look forward to talking to you, bud.
Me too, guys. See you all next week.
All right, we'll let you get back to celebrating. You have a good night.
See you guys.
All right, well, there it is. You heard from our top three. You also heard from Dominic Privet. Do you want to bring anyone else up?
I think everyone else is probably just going to be watching that last lap incident at this point.
All right, well, we will let them to that. I want to thank every one of our viewers for coming out and watching us tonight. Again, this is Impact Racing EMM Series. This is the second race of the chase. This is the last of the round of 12. So next week in North Wilkesboro, we will be in the round of 8. Now, Grant, do you have any views on that track?
Oh, no. North Wilkesboro. It's the old version, so it's got a lot of trouble with tire wear. Tire wear is going to be the main true factor of that track. You'll probably hear us talk about how tires are going to be during that whole race. But it's really going to come down, like they were saying, that it's going to come down to who can save their tires the best.
All right. Well, definitely an interesting track for the first of the round of 8. So definitely look forward to that. Well, I just want to tell everybody, thanks again for watching us. And I hope you guys have a great week ahead of you. And we will see you next Tuesday in North Wilkesboro.